This is how soft and how nice they are on the inside.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you okay? In your neck of the
When we
woods?
dry them up, too cool. Now go too deep, you know. Yeah, yeah, fair watch Joe, you know. Our troops, see there? Apple cider vinegar and our troops. Come up right, make them get saturated in the gravy and all of that. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you how to make some coconut rock cake or coconut rock buns. Now there is one video that I have up there that I've done. Has been done almost 4 years, but I substituted carrots, shredded carrots for the coconut. Now today I am going to be using the coconut. So I have here some shredded coconut. I have in here about 4 cups of flour almost, and this is about 1 3/4 or 2 cups of flour, freshly shredded coconut. Freshly shredded coconut. Now coconut is something that is easy to go bad, family. So if you can't do it fresh, and you want to buy it at the store, fine, but make sure that it has an expiry date and you check when to know what's what. Now to get it like this, I have not extracted the juice. The juice is, I've just shredded it. Now, what I did to get it that way, this is the coconut originally, and this is how I got it before I shredded it. What you need to do is to remove these brown parts. But let me show you something. I want to show you something. To remove these brown parts, it's not that easy. You see it? So what you have to do, you have to, if you're doing the fresh one like I did, which fresh is always better, more flavor. You see? You have to soak the coconut. Then when you soak it, it becomes soft. So when you start scraping, you don't have to peel it or scrape it, and you get it like this. Then you will want to shred it on this side. You don't want to grate it. This is the grated side. This is the big shredded side, and this is the smaller. So you want to do it on this part. And I hope that was really clear. That is if you want to do, because I know a lot of people are going to shy away from this, because I'm not going to tell you anything. It's a little bit, yeah, it take a little work out of you. Anywho, I have here about a cup, yes, of raw cane sugar. Yeah, they're nice. I think they said this one doesn't have in any, I never remember. I'm going to dissolve it in some water. When you watch that, I leave the link for you to watch the other one. I'm going to leave it to dissolve. Yeah, and I use the milk as opposed to, I use the milk, yes, rich milk, but because of this richness in the freshly shredded coconut, I'm going to be just using water. You could use some additional milk right here too. So I'm going to leave that to dissolve right in there. Now I'm going to be needing some butter. This is the flour, and what I'm going to do first, I'm going to make sure I add some baking powder. That is the raisin agent in this here rock bun cake or rock cake, coconut rock cake. I'm going to be putting 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and maybe just a little bit more. That will come in like a packet of yeast. If you're using double acting, you'd want to use about half that amount for the 3.5 to 4 cups of flour. Okay, the butter is a little salty, but I don't think it's has enough salt to go through this. So I'm gonna add about this of salt. All right, that's just a small amount. Now I'm gonna be adding some butter. The butter is not supposed to be too soft, you know, it must be like this. So I think I'm just gonna add that. Now you want to cut in your butter. Cut in your butter. You could use your fork, you could use your bare hands. My oven is preheated there, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're on Celsius, 160. All right, so this is like a little easy putting together baking, so you can preheat your oven before you start. There's some baking like black cake and pudding and this in there. You can't preheat your oven before you start. That doesn't make sense. Your gas is there running out. So these are like easy little things. Even though we have quite a few stuff here, it is easy to put together. So it makes sense to preheat your oven from that time. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be using this is a pastry blender. Yeah, I'm gonna use it to cut in the butter into this flour. Remember, I'm putting my baking powder already, making it have this coarse cornmeal look when we are through. So I'm gonna go ahead, do that, cut in my butter, and finish dissolving my sugar. You see, as I go along, you see the look of it. This is what it does. The pastry blender does it. So it's a little thing like this, and you rest your thumb right there, and you just care. Cause you know some people don't really like their hand in the flour and the butter, you know. Feel a little messy, and some people, you know. So if you go to the store and you see this, and you want to get into baking, just easy well, pick up one. Look at it. You see what it's doing? Making the flour look like coarse cornmeal, and it does it so fast. It does it better. So I'll catch you in the next clip and you'll see where we are at. We are back. So you see it has this coarse cornmeal look, butter all blended in, and that, you see that? Yeah, this is what it does. So I want to see no white flour. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm working on my dry mixture, so I'm just gonna blend in this freshly shredded coconut. You see it with the moisture in there, so you can just use the pastry blender and still blend it into, you know, yeah, you know, help you to go a little easier and all of that. Yeah, it starts to get plump because it has a lot of moisture, the coconut, because the milk has not been removed. So it look like really good. So right on over here now, I'm gonna add some baking. We can finish with our blender right here. We get it knock off and we're done. Yeah. So you know, so me have to get my spoon right here. So I'm gonna put in some baking. What am I talking about that? I'm gonna put in some cinnamon powder. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon. Yep. If you have mixed spice, you could. I don't have any mixed spice, so I'm gonna grate some nutmeg, and I'm gonna grate. And you don't sift this flour. You don't need to sift this flour. Did I say all-purpose? All-purpose it is. Yeah. And you don't sift it. And remember, if you're using self-rising flour, you don't add additional baking powder. Self-rising flour is all-purpose flour, baking powder, and salt sifted together. That's what self-rising flour is. All-purpose flour, baking powder, and salt sift together to come. That's why they call it self-rising. You don't have to put no more raising agent in it. So I'm gonna put about a half or a little more than a half in this thing. So those are the dry ingredients. Now for the wet, I've dissolved my sugar, and this also is a part of the dry. Some little currants, dried currants, so I put it in there. This now is the sugar that I dissolved. To this I am gonna add the beaten eggs. I am making here my wet. So I'm going, this is some almond, really good flavoring, strong too. So I'm going to start this so. Yup. And this is how easy this thing is, okay? Now this is my vanilla. I'm going to be putting that. Yup. I'm having a little lime juice for the egg. And basically this is it. No, I'm put little of this. Nothing wrong. If you don't want to, it's optional. I'm just going to put that. And this is it. So this now is my mixture. So if you add milk, you know, it would be, you know, even whiter. Now, let's put this together. It's so easy. Remember to go and check out the one that I used, carrots, as opposed to the fresh coconut. So look at this now. Let us take a look at the dry mixture. So what we're doing right here, we are incorporating the little raisins or the little currants. These are currants. And this is how this look right here. So you see that coarse cornmeal look, and everything good up there, so getting together, has this yellow look in the mixture, the dry mixture. All right, so we want to toss, get this all mixed in, and this mixture must not be too soft, okay? So we're gonna put about a half of this. We're gonna mix it in. It's supposed to come coarse, and it's not supposed to be too soft. It must have of a firm nature, really rocky, really coarse, lumpy, and all them sort of something. So we're gonna mix in this, and we want to have it that we can just drop them like that, eh? So this is basically how you want it looking. We're gonna put a little more, and we're gonna come back for spooning. Okay, okay, I have my cook. This is my mixture. Let me show you. Whoops. This is what it looks like. You see how rocky it is? Alright, look at this. That drop texture. Now, your cookie sheet, and you don't want to get this into a 13 by 9 deep. You don't put these in deep stuff. You put them on a cookie sheet, okay? Anything with flat. So, grease it with where you may have a little something here, so I just go and use it up before it expires properly. Because this said this non-stick right there, but you don't want to take no chance. Because when it comes to them something, I'm not take no chance. So if you have this, you use it. If you don't have this, you just grease it regularly. The whole thing is just for not to catch, you know, at the bottom. So you want to take it up now and do it how you want to do it. The size, it's totally up to you. So you want to drop it like this. Let it stand up in that up look rack. Remember now, you have to give each one a little space because it's gonna rise as it goes into the oven. So I don't want to take no more than about right this, so you know. Once you drop it, you don't have to there play around with it and I look, my friend. You just drop it and leave it. Anywhere it come, it come. If you want to drop them smaller, it's up to you. Give them a little space. I'll drop some more and return. So this is how you want it, family. It's not no cute and nice. Don't worry about the raisins, the current showing out. There is no heat. It's just like at 160. But they're 175 and 200 and 180. You know? So this is just totally up to you. Do your little thing. You know? We just have put 2 little pieces of cherry there so to make them look cute when them finish. And all of that. So we have some little extra cherries that I am putting to the side. This is not, it doesn't have to, you don't have to do it. It's just like if you have kids and them come home from, you know, school or wherever, and them say, Mommy, do this in the kitchen. Are you too, Daddy? Them can say, wow, I'll eat this with a glass of milk. Mommy, can I have some? Can I have 1 or 2 with a glass of milk? This is totally up to you. We oven did a preheated. May soon come. No time for talk, less time. Let's talk in more action right in the oven. Just like this, okay? If it is like this, you're doing it at the for 25 or 30 minutes. We're putting it in there. You might want to come to spin it around within the next 15 minutes. You know, to let this part go to the back and let the back come to the front. When they are finished, we'll return and show you the finished look. Rock cake, we say coconut rock cake or rock bun, we say. Nice with a cup of coffee in this cold weather. Or like over there, so let's me hot with a cup of milk. I catch you in the next clip. Okay, now family, so our coconut rock buns or cakes, they are out and they are hot, they're soft and nice. So we're gonna leave them on this wire rack in the tray for about 15-20 minutes. Then I'm gonna be removing them to the other wire rack for them to be properly cooled. So at that time I'll come and I show you what it looks like. I'll break into one and I show you. Okay, so this is my final look. You see the baking powder, you can see, okay, this one, look at it, it's finished. And so, but you don't want to take a chance with all of them, so as soon, don't do it as I do though. Yeah, see them? Nice. So what you want to do, you always want to bake them in a slow oven, not a fast oven. Bake them at the same temperature at which you bake your Easter bun. I'll catch you when they're properly cooled. Okay, now family, not finished, not fully cool, but almost cool. So I'm gonna just break into one and show you. This is how soft and how nice they are on the inside. This is how they are. Look at this. You see them right through there. You can see it properly baked. Okay, so from my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach, it is just coconut rock buns or Jamaican coconut rock cakes. Please do enjoy. Remember to check in all of my other videos and lives. You will see in the description every info that you'd like to get on to me. Remember to make sure you be you, do you, and make sure you make yourself some of these Jamaican coconut rock buns.